So I wanted to do this quick video right here. So we are in Georgia, zone 8A, the Atlanta area, and the temperatures have been steadily dropping. But I want to take you around some parts of the garden, let you see what's going on right here. We're in our herb garden. The calendula has really been doing good. This is our medicinal calendula. This is what we use in our salves and teas. For it to be 28, 29, they've been doing well. I see a lot of flower buds still forming. I'm going to come in and start harvesting what I can. I always grow calendula here in Georgia in the spring and the fall, because here when it gets like hot and humid, they don't do as well. Now, if you all remember, and I'm going to try to link that video, we just planted up this space right here. And when you're in the fall and the winter, because we don't have as many hours of daylight, things are going to grow, but it's going to grow at a real slow pace. So I don't expect these to like have like all of a sudden a growth spurt, because the temperatures are dropping. But right here we planted the rest of the collards. There is some cilantro that I started from seed. I want to say this is phlox up here, and then no, it's not phlox, y'all. It's dianthus. And right here is a type of salvia right here that I cut back and planted. But again, make sure you hit the subscribe button, because when it starts to get around March, then this bed right here is going to start growing. But right now it's in the ground and it's growing, and it's growing at a slow pace. So these are our collards that are growing. This was the first year that we actually grew them. The collards are a cross between kale and collards. And we hit that first frost a few weeks ago, y'all, and I came out here and I harvested some, and they were so good. I'm definitely going to continue to grow these right here. As you can tell, this took a little bit of wind, a little cold damage right here and right here, but these are good. I must say that they're very good. I don't know if I'm gonna dedicate like a whole patch or a whole bed to them, but these are so good. Over here, I'm gonna try to put the picture up. I harvested some of the dill, and we are making fermented dill pickles with the cucumbers. Now I did have to buy the cucumbers, but I did use my own dill, my own bay leaves, and my own garlic in order to ferment them. But they're still continuing to grow even with that 29-degree weather. Let me just step back, because y'all know I'm going to show you the good, the bad, and the ugly. So this is the fern leaf lavender that we started from seed. It does not like low temperatures. We got other varieties of lavender that is growing in the garden and is doing well and is actually getting new growth. But now I know, because this is my first time growing this variety, now that I know it doesn't tolerate like cold weather. I think we got down to upper 20s a few weeks ago, and this is what it looked like. Now I'm trying to debate, do I want to cut it back and see if it'll come back? Remember, I said this is a lavender. Like a lot of lavenders I grow for culinary purposes and to be able to put in our tea blends, but this is not one of those. This one is very pungent. It's like a different, you could tell it's lavender, but it's a different smell, and I think that it will overpower our tea blends. So I use this mainly for companion planting and to confuse the pests, because it does have that strong pungent smell, like you don't even want to come over here and mess with it. So I want to show y'all the front row right here, what's going on. We've been having some pest pressure, and I'll be honest, y'all, I have not been able to get out here and come and see what's going on, but we got our cabbages over here taking a little bit of pest pressure. This is the bonbon calendula again on this side that's taking a little cold hit. And then if you look right down here, I'm going to try to get here, we still got our kohlrabi growing. One of the videos back, I was growing the white kohlrabi in another bed, and we had some pests that literally burrowed a hole and took it out. So this is the purple kohlrabi right here. It's putting on growth, but remember your fall and winter gardening, because we don't have as many, we're losing daylight hours, the temperatures are dropping, so everything is not going to grow as fast as in the spring and the summer. And then I'm seeing some pest issues with our pansies right here. I'm actually going to start some more from seed, and get those going over the next few weeks, so that when spring comes we can switch out a lot of things. And then we also have our oregano that is here. I cut this back really hard. I cut it back hard and it is starting to come back. So y'all remember, we're going into winter, but I just wanted to show you some of the in-ground beds that we did. I cut back this phlox very hard. I cut it back. I planted some dusty millers, and I cut some of the dianthus back hard, but you can see that it's coming back as well. I cut some of this is the catmint, but it's a brand by Proven Winners. Cat's Pajamas, that's what it is, Cat's Pajamas. I cut this back, but I'm going to cut it back again. And you see like these stems right here, I'm going to cut this back. I'm going to cut all of this back so that it can mound right here. And then we had a little bit of yarrow to come back right here. But again, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Stay tuned as to what we're going to plant here, because I know come spring I'm going to put some taller plants in the back. I did have 3 cone flowers in 2 separate beds, and it looks like this is the only one that you can see right here that made it. Okay, the very lettuce that I didn't think would survive below freezing, they did. These are the ones that we have in our grow kit, y'all, and they are doing well. More lettuce right here. And then this is the broccoli rabe, and this is the spinach mustards. I'll tell you about this one right here. I came out one night, probably about 2 weeks ago, and it was slugs all over it. So I had to put down, I actually put like food grade diatomaceous earth, but I will tell you that it has rained since then, and I have not came out to reapply. The broccoli rabe right here, if I get closer, it's starting to do what it want to do, but I gotta watch those temperatures, because the broccoli rabe, you have to, for me here in the Atlanta area, you have got to get the timing exactly right. If it's too cold, it won't make it, and if it's too hot, it will bolt and go to seed. But I see just a little bit starting to form. And I actually learned about broccoli rabe while staying in Naples, Italy. I tasted it one time. I was like, it's okay, but I tasted it again, and it kind of reminds me, they also cook the leafy greens too. It kind of reminds me of collards, with just a little twist. So I'm just gonna keep an eye on this. I cannot tell y'all how many times I've been harvesting lettuce from all over the garden. This was another bed that I thought that once we hit below 32, it wouldn't make it, but these have been doing good. And what's so amazing, y'all, is the fact that I just come and just harvest a little of this, a little of this, a little arugula, and I mix it all together and chop it, and it is so amazing. So I want to show y'all some of the in-ground beds really quickly. This is our garlic chives. This is what we harvest the flowers, and then we're saving seeds. Actually, in probably about a week, I'm going to start shaking the bag again, harvesting the seeds, and then testing the germination. This was our aspera brock right here, and then we had our red spinach, and then this is our purple broccoli right here. Now I want y'all to go ahead, I want you to hit the subscribe button, because I want to make sure you hit the notifications, because I'm going to do a video about some of the different plants, different things you can grow, and depending on your growing zone and your first fall frost and your last spring frost, that you can still grow over the winter season. Now I must show y'all this bed over here, because this is the bed where we used for Thanksgiving the collards. We harvested all of our collards from this bed, and I'm going to turn around right here. we harvested some collards from this bed. So we kind of did a mix because these are two different varieties, but they're starting to grow back from where we harvested them, and then the lettuce still is growing strong. So the spinach looks very sparse because this is where I come a lot of mornings, harvest my spinach and use to make omelets. So I harvest the outside leaves and I let the inside continue to grow. But we've been harvesting a lot of spinach, and probably spring I'm gonna kick it up a notch and maybe put more in another bed, because I really have been enjoying this spinach right here and just being able to use it. Okay, so this bed right here is more of the bonbon calendula that I need to come in and just kind of clean up a little bit. We got snapdragons right here, and we have a lot of turnip and turnip greens that we need to harvest. And if you all remember, I think I had peas right here, but we had a few more asparagus left, so I just placed them right here. And then these are the baby beets right here, and then our za'atar and our pansies. And again, I just like to do flowers, vegetables, herbs. So I didn't want to keep this video too long, but I just wanted to show you what the garden is looking like now that we're starting to get down in the like 20s in the morning times. And I think the highs are like 50, 53. But when you look on the weather app, it always says it feels like it's 45 or it feels like it's 36. And that is true, because I'm like, without it being any sun that can kind of warm up a little bit, it does feel that way. And it actually feels a little bit colder. Now, what I want y'all to do, again, hit the subscribe button, because over the winter, even if I gotta come in and even if I gotta put a coat on, I want to start paying more attention to the rose garden, and I'm gonna take you all along that. I gotta do some weed eating. Chris and I were talking. I don't know if I want to put wood chips down or like the pebble rock, or lay bricks as the pathways. So y'all make sure y'all put it in the comments, because when it rains, oftentimes the wood chips can get washed away, and then we have to keep reapplying it. So I was telling him the other day, I wonder if we can get someone in here to like either lay brick or pavers, or maybe even pebbles. So if you have any suggestions, put that in the comment, because that's something that I'm going to be working on next season. And really quick, the King Henry violas that we started from seed, y'all, so they're starting to bloom. You got to be careful, because we got some, y'all know I don't like to call them weeds, but we got some plants that are in here that I don't like, that look very similar, but these are not supposed to be here. So I just try to come in every now and then and pull those up, but we actually started these from seed. Always, thank you all so much for watching this video. Make sure you share this video with your family and your friends, and if you're not a subscriber, go ahead, tap that subscribe button. Make sure you tap the bell so that you can receive notification each and every time we upload a new video. Again, thank you all so much for watching, and until the next video, bye bye.